Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be learning about a country in the African continent. Can you guess which one we are talking about? It is a country rich in history and culture. It also has never been colonized by Europe. Do you already know? Probably not, but you already saw the title of the video. And yes, today we are going to travel and learn about Ethiopia.
Ethiopia has a great diverse culture and above all very interesting because they were never colonized. Many native tribes still live in this country. The Sahel still live by hunting animals and the curious fact is that women place discs in their mouths. It is considered that the larger the disc, the more attractive the woman is.
Some of the most important figures from Ethiopia include Lucy, a group of fossilized bones of a human ancestor. She is the oldest hominid fossil ever found on Earth, and she was found on Ethiopia. Haile Gebrselassie, a long-distance tracker who is famous for winning 2 gold medals at the Olympics. Meles Zenawi was the first president of Ethiopia after its long and brutal dictatorship. He later worked as the prime minister of the country. Menelik II, who was a famous emperor who united the country and gave its form to the form we know today. He also defended Ethiopia from European forces in the late 19th century. Lia Kebede worked in modeling and had a successful career. Later, she turned her focus and is currently advocating for mental and women's health. And lastly, Saleh Work Zewde is the current president of Ethiopia. She has been in power since 2016.
Ethiopia is a country of Africa, known as the second most popular of the continent. An interesting fact about the country is that never in its history has been colonized. The population of the country is about 115 million according to 2020 data. In this country, there exist many different groups with their own rituals and traditions, but they are all united by the history that lives in them. You may see it as something weird, but in their culture, some women wear some kind of labial disc, and the size of it determines how beautiful they are.
A country with more than 80 ethnic groups, the country also contains many varied cultures. The Mursi and the Surman, with their well-known woman of lip disc, or the Hamid with their jumps on bulls, a test of bravery of young people to show if they are worthy to marry and be an legal age. A fact of Ethiopia is that a corpse of one of our ancestors named Lucy. That is why it can be known as a cradle of the humanity. Ethiopia is such a special African country, in which several religions coexist faithful, a wonderful example of tolerance. Also has its own alphabet and Ethiopia calendar, and is considered the motherland of coffee.
Ethiopia is a country with many problems, and most of them are related with the deterioration of the human rights. Since some years ago, the Ethiopian government is committing forcible displacement, large-scale massacres, widespread sexual violence, indiscriminate shelling, pillage, and attacks on schools and hospitals. Especially, the government is committing these actions in the Ethiopian area of Tigray, where there is currently a civil war. In addition to these problems with the human rights, Ethiopia also has migration problems due to conflicts and economic problems to maintain positive economic growth.
This country has a surface of about 1,104 square kilometers. The capital is Addis Ababa. Ethiopia is the largest and most populated country in the Horn of Africa. And I know what you think. It is huge, but it's full of deserts. Well, let me tell you, you are wrong. At least at some point. That's why we are going to show you some places you may want to visit. Harar is a city located at the east of Ethiopia, and in this city you can surely learn about the culture they have. Another historic place can be Lalibela, a city located at the north of Ethiopia In this city, you can find many monolithic churches with story and information around the 12th and 13th century. And for sure, we couldn't miss the Babel Elephant Sanctuary. It is located at the east of Ethiopia, and these lands are protected and declared as a sanctuary to protect the animals, especially the elephant, because as you know, these animals are being hunted and killed, so in this reservation is built to protect this beautiful animal.